The Mechwarrior Online July patch notes have finally dropped. The patch is here. We got our hands on the mechs and the bolt-ons. Let's talk about what is happening in this patch because there's a lot more going on than just a couple of new mechs. Hi guys, my name is TTB. Follow me on Twitch if you haven't done so yet. You know me already. Let's talk about the Mechwarrior Online July 2021 patch notes. This month's patch included some small changes and bug fixes to fix the updated maps, Canyon Network and Polar Highlands. It also includes another weapons adjustment pass, very important, we'll talk about that, for clans in the Inner Sphere, an equipment adjustment pass focusing on the jump jet performance. We'll finally see if my fat little piggy, the Direware, can actually fly. Finally, this patch brings the follow-up to the Striker Pack and the second booster pack this year, the Warden Pack. At the time of filming this video, guys, you still have 30 days to do the pre-order, quote-unquote, for the Warden Pack. So within any time between now and the end of that grace period, if you buy the Warden Pack, you get the additional goodies. HPG Manifold update map will be coming in August. Other than that, there will be further balance changes in the future. Let's go over the patch notes. Warden Booster Pack, the pack is here. They've got the skins in with Mechwarrior 2 and 90s Battletech Animated Series themed skins. Map updates, we don't see any pictures yet, but that is okay. We'll just talk about the facts and leave the fluff to later. Polar Highlands has included some changes, including some road textures, building placement adjustments, and bug fixes, including rocks that you could shoot through, and mech stitching / glitching spots. That's very, very nice. We found a couple of those as we were playing the game, so nice that that has received an update. Canyon Network Reworn. We already talked about this, guys, in a video a couple days ago. Basically, Canyon Network has now been flooded a little bit. Might be changing in an upcoming patch. Francois, the map designer, stated that the added water to the map does not affect gameplay performance. It should not affect our FPS. So here's hoping we'll try it out. Weapon Pass 3 is coming in. Let's talk about the Inner Sphere weapons first. Inner Sphere ER Small Laser, they decreased the heat a little bit. Reason being that compared to the standard small laser, the increased range provided the ER Small Laser at the cost of a slow cooldown and exacted double the heat output, which makes the ER Smalls a less appealing pick for a short-range focused builds. That's a really good point. That's also the reason why you never see me use Inner Sphere ER Small Lasers, because the window in which ER Small Lasers were better than standard small lasers on the Inner Sphere side was just like 20, 30, 40 meters or something. It was just ridiculous. So they decreased the heat to make ER Smalls more attractive to regular small lasers. Very nice. Inner Sphere large lasers, the heat will be decreased a little bit, range increased a little bit as well. So they're just improving Inner Sphere larges a little bit. That is quite nice. Looking forward to that. Inner Sphere ER larges also get a heat decrease and also a range increase again. So we will see about 40 meters increase in the normal range and basically almost 100 meters in total max range increase. Very, very nice. To combat like the meta shift to light Gauss and PPSC as the de facto long-range weapons. Very good, because that was something I was also seeing, and you guys were also seeing it in the streams and in the videos. There was a huge focus on PPFLD, pinpoint front-loaded damage, so weapons that basically shoot once, boom, and hit, and the damage is dealt. So that was a little bit outshining the large lasers, large lasers, and the long-range combat department. So hopefully that will help alleviate that. If not, I'm sure that these will get another buff. Inner Sphere Light PPC, the damage was increased to 5.5. Okay, so they upped it by 10% in damage. Well, we'll see how that one ends up doing for us. But yeah, Light PPC, I think, is a nice add-on to existing ballistic weapon setups, or AC-10s, AC-5s, or, of course, Gauss rifles. Because they don't share the same heat scale on the Ghost heat with Gauss rifles, like, for example, the PPC does. Inner Sphere PPC introduced exponential damage fall-off curve instead of min-range. Can I get a hallelujah, brothers? And I quote, being heavily sandwiched between the light and heavy PPCs, the performance of the standard PPC since April has been monitored in the past couple of months. As a first step towards giving it a unique characteristic and a meaningful trade-off versus light and heavy versions, minimum range has been removed and has replaced by a exponential damage fall-off. This will give PPC-focused builds more versatility. To quote my warhorn that we'll be using. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. That is what I was asking for so long. that will make it so that you're not completely helpless anymore if somebody underruns your minimum range with the Inner Sphere PPC. Heavy PPC, by the way, will still have the min range as far as I see this right now. Inner Sphere, Snapnose PPC, the pinpoint damage was increased to 8.5 from 8, so a splash damage percent decreased to 0.1765. Damage profile, including splash, is now 1.5 plus 8.5 plus 1.5. Okay. Following the change that brought splash damage as a unique feature for the Snapnose PPC and assessment of its performance, a slight boost has been applied to the upfront damage to improve the weapon's role in close-range brawls. That's what I said, guys. I said, remember when they did the change, I said, Snapnose PPCs currently feel too weak. The change was a little bit too heavy-handed, but you know what? That's fine, because what I've been asking for so long, and what you guys have been asking for so long, is finally happening. Cooperation between PGI on the one side and the gamers on the other side. Changes get introduced, and if they turn out to be too heavy-handed or not heavy enough, they get adapted. Perfect! It's a great day to be a Mechwarrior fan. Holy shit, I love this. Inner Sphere LB5s. Remember when I made the last video, the LB5 Annihilator? Yeah, Inner Sphere LB5s are still crap. We're still crap. Let's see what they changed. Weapon slot size reduced to 4. So, in an Annihilator that runs 6 LB5, that gives you how many extra slots? 4 ammo. I don't think that it will be much better, but at least you'll have the ability to bring more ammo now. I'm gonna try it out though with the Annihilator and a couple of other builds, but I still think Inner Sphere LB5 will still need some buffs. But we'll see. We'll try it out. Now, more news about the streaks. You guys know me, I like streaks. Inner Sphere Streak SRM4 and SRM6 will have their cooldown decreased because the changes hurt mechs without any missile cooldown quirks too much. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Clan weapons changes. This is for all the dirty clanners out there. Clan Heavy Small Laser, the cooldown was decreased. Clan Heavy Medium Laser, cooldown was decreased. Laser duration decreased. Clan Heavy Large Laser, heat decreased quite noticeably. Range increased and max range increased. So, that is interesting. So basically, those are buffs across the board for the Clan Heavy Lasers. The Clan Heavy Medium specifically is a PTSD-inducing weapon for old TTP because I tend to get backstabbed by patient Clan Black Lanner pilots with like 7 or 8 heavy medium lasers in their Black Lanner. It is brutal. So, yeah, I'm very afraid of this change. But, I mean, there's a couple of reasonings in there. For example, for the Clan Heavy Medium Laser, your medium laser has less damage, more range and less heat. The medium pulse has a faster recycle time, less range and more damage. And the heavy medium was hindered by high cooldown and duration, so they toned that down a little bit, and we'll see how that one goes. It's gonna make those Black Lanners even more dangerous. Clan Heavy Large Laser now is basically comparable, a little bit more now, to what they had in mind, to create an alternative to the Clan Large Pulse Laser. So they lowered the heat and increased the range of the weapon, but of course kept that substantial damage output. So that would, in their opinion, make the Heavy Large Laser a decent alternative to the Clan Large Pulse Laser. Now keep in mind the Clan Large Pulse Laser is not going to have that range, but it's going to deliver that damage a lot more quickly. However, at increased tonnage cost as well. So this is good. This is good. People will be experimenting with builds. I like that. Clan ER Large Laser. Heat decreased. Laser duration decreased. Range increased to 810 meters. Max range 1620. All right. Yeah, same reasoning. ERPPCs, AC2s, Clan ER Large Lasers were having a tough time in terms of DPS, face time, high heat, and overall range, and so they buffed the Clan ER Large Lasers to try and combat that. Clan Strix, last patch, got a really, really harsh nerf, and I think they're now buffing that to combat that a little bit. Let's see. Strix SRM2, SRM4, and SRM6. Damage per missile is now from 1.5 to 1.7. The cooldown was increased again. And the heat was increased a little bit again. But so basically, your missiles are going to do more damage, but they will have a little bit more cooldown and a little bit more heat. Reasoning being, and I quote, with the initial goal of reducing the effectiveness of Streak versus Lights was achieved in April, observation showed that under the current Streak SRM tracking system, Streaks went from being a hard counter to light mechs to being generally ineffective, which proved the change to be correct in the direction, but excessive amount. That's what I said. I said that the change that they made to Clan Streaks Doesn't look very good because it's going to make it even harder to kill light mechs. And streaks are supposed to be a light mech killer. This is the light mechs back off kind of weapon system. This patch, upfront damage of the clan streaks has been slightly increased, while cooldown and heat values are being adjusted to maintain the current DPS and damage per heat characteristics. Continue to be monitored, of course. Okay, now on to the equipment adjustment, guys. Jump jets. This patch includes important changes to jump jets following a new look at them and the performance disparity that exists between different classes of jump jets and mechs that can equip each of them. Issues considered were the following. Jump jets with similar tonnage cost have a considerably different performance. This issue exists when transitioning between Class 5 to Class 4 jump jets, where at the same tonnage cost, Class 4 gets exactly double jump performance. This has been one of the main reasons behind 40 and 45 ton medium mech dominance in the field when compared to the closely slotted 35 ton light mechs. Reason 2, since the amount of jump height gained by jump jets is inversely related to the mech tonnage, mechs at the heavier end of the spectrum that use jump jets with similar tonnage could get diminishing return for the investment they are making into jump jets. Yep. This is more evident when comparing 80 to 85 ton assault mechs with a 60 ton heavy mech that use different kinds of classes of jump jets with similar tonnage cost and jump performance. And lastly, number 3, the final issue is when the tonnage cost of jump jets is doubled, moving from one class to the next without any meaningful change towards their performance, leading to large performance disparity. 2-ton heavy jump jets in big-ass assault mechs that go... You remember that, right? This is particularly noticeable when transitioning from Class 2 jump jets to Class 1, which is the main reason behind low-performance jump jets despite the tonnage investment in heavier assault mechs. In order to address the issues, upward thrust has been used to address the disparity between Class 5 and Class 4 jump jets, while jump jet burn duration has been used to address and improve the disparity between Classes 3, 2, and 1. Alright, so basically across the board, they have increased for Class 5 and Class 4 jump jet initial thrust and upward thrust. Class 4 gets initial thrust increasement. The Class 3 gets longer jump jet burn duration and better recharge rate. The same is true for Class 2 and Class 1, and Class 1 as well gets a little more upward thrust. So, I think we need to find a 100-tonner, equipped with jump jets, and let's see how far we can fly. Miscellaneous stuff, the 2 Seabill-themed decals have been added to the for your bounty hunter role-playing pleasure. So basically, those decals, if you have them from the pre-order pack, those are available to you now as well. Okay guys, now let's go ahead and jump really quickly into the new mechs and the bolt-ons, experiment a little bit with the colors, and that's gonna be it for this video. Alright guys, as part of this patch review, let's go ahead and have a look at the Timberwolf and the Direwolf variants. They're right here in our mech bay. And let's have a look at first the loadout of this mech. The Timberwolf, a bounty hunter, comes equipped with a light tag CT. We've got a medium pulse laser in right torso, left arm, and right arm. We've got large pulse lasers, one each in the right arm and the left arm. Plan ECM in the right torso, targeting computer Mark IV, and then the left torso we've got an active probe and double heatsink. No missiles on this, and of course also the armor needs to be distributed, but basically this thing runs as a laser boat with a tag. I don't know what you want to tag though. I mean, if you want to support your teammates, yes, but this, like half of this doesn't do anything for our mech. Okay, well, moving on to the camouflage. Let's have a look at the colors and how they behave. So the basis is green plus green, the green accent plus like some green sheen, and then this gray sheen. The primary color will basically define the main portion of the mech. It looks nice in black. How does it look in white? Oh, okay. You'll be able to do some weird combinations of these. Hang on. So let's say you do all black. That makes it quite nice and dark and shimmery. Even this color stays green though. Like if you go to any other color, you can just lighten it, as it seems like. But you could go to something like oppressive or obnoxious as like an orange. Well, that looks kind of cool. And then what you could do is you could add like a red highlight or something. Oh. Look at that, guys. Look at that color. Nice. That's interesting though. So if I use red here, it just does like an orange kind of tone. So you can't really change it too much. You can go into the blues, you can go into the white, but you can't go to a dark red apparently. That is interesting. Purple, also purple, not so much. Light purple works. You can make some really cool camouflages with this. This looks pretty cool. I like that. And of course we need to talk about the bolt-ons here. Let's just put them on there. Come on, bolt-ons, there we go. Antenna. pentagon, and then we put some elementals on there. La-di-da-di-da, shoulder right, and then the torso elemental. Boom. So if you have the elementals on, that's all you can equip. And then you could equip a 5th slot potentially, but that would that be blades? Yeah, you could equip some other stuff. You could equip a chainsaw to that or whatever if you want to, but the main star right here are the elementals, of course, on your little mech. Beautiful. Okay, let's jump over to the dire whale. This is going to be a fun one. Here's a dire whale. It is beautiful. It just looks so nice. Let's have a look at the loadout first. It comes equipped with Clan ECM in the center torso. This center torso will basically be the basis for almost all your dire whales moving forward. However, be aware you are giving away 3 tons in total. 1 ton with the Clan ECM, plus another 2 tons from the jump jets that are fixed in this torso. So you're 3 tons lighter than normal. Keep that in mind. This thing comes equipped with, let's have a look here. We've got double PPCs, 1 in each arm. We've got the left torso with 3 medium pulse lasers. We've got the right torso with a medium pulse laser and a targeting computer Mark IV. And then also there is a Streak SRM4 in the head slot and Clan ATM6s in each arm. Interesting build. I actually like this build more than I like the Timberwolf build, but both of these builds will be usable. Not perfect, mind you, especially like the huge focus on back armor is completely bonkers in my opinion, but usable. And again, the big kahuna is always the ECM. Now, for the camouflage, let's have a look. First, let's put on the decals. Not the decals, the bolt-ons. What am I talking about? TGB don't know jack. Let's put our elementals on. Oh, elementals. Elementals, would you come out, please? There we go. There's a double elemental on the torso kind of deal. And then that one is clinging to the back of the arm right here. Okay, we've got those. You could put something else on there if you wanted to, but let's move to the color scheme. We could actually change the colors of the elementals, by the way, guys. Check this out. We can make like a white elemental with like, I don't know, lime green and pink. Where does the pink go? Ah, that's the accent color. Okay. All right. So you can have individually colored elementals if you want to. For example, this is a red and black elemental, and then you could have like one that is like, I don't know. I don't even know, guys. You gotta have like the blue elemental with some I don't know, yellow and some white accent. I don't even know. Like you can color this as you want basically. This is fun. And then for your own pattern colors, yeah, I'm probably gonna go with black as my basis. I think that's, but you can go with some outrageous variants right here. Let's see what we can do here. Let's say we go like this, and then we go like this, and then I don't know. Like you can make some pure eye cancer if you want to. There you go. Now nobody will see you ever. You're going to be perfectly camouflaged. No one will ever see you. And with that mental image, I'll leave you. Are you ready, guys? The new dire whale, triple jump jet edition. Let's see how far it flies. Fly, fat one, fly! And that's a winner. That's a winner. Yes, the jump jets feel slow, but this is a 100-ton mech that we just boosted. By the way, it looks amazing. Look at my paint job. I call it the hot peach. But with the extended increase in upward lift and the longer burn duration, you can actually make some jumps happen now, which actually finally makes jump jets on those fatties a lot more viable. Love it. Fly, fat one, fly! And someone's dead now. Clean up on aisle 5.